Manchester are just one of 8 teams hoping to secure a semi-final berth here as we look to get underway. They've got a fair bit of work to do, though, after being unable to make the most of their home advantage last time out. A draw, good, but perhaps not good enough. It's anyone's game on paper, still just at half-time, effectively. They need to do the job under these tough conditions. It will not be easy. The world-famous Camp Nou in Barcelona, a stadium fit for the grandest of occasions. Well, naturally enough, the home side would think that they are nearer to having the job done. All eyes now on that place in the semi-final.
Yeah, and everything's still up for grabs, Peter. Home advantage may be an important factor, or at least it should be made to be. They've got to believe in themselves and not allow hesitancy to play a part for fear of conceding. That's often easier said than done. I think for me, this is all about bravery.
So we're up and running. Manchester arrive here having drawn their home leg, and any win here will carry them into the semi-final. Barcelona have a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Knocks it away. Beckham. Hoists it high. Has he picked him out? That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Tries a shot! There's a goal!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.
Barcelona have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Keane, played out to the right. Tries to get it clear. Up to meet it!
Looking back on that, it was some save and potentially a big moment for the keeper and his team.
Cuts it out. Ball through needs to be good here. He's had that put up. He's had a goal! Manchester are already chasing the game. Long time to go.
Well, it can be very hard to regroup and work your way back into the match, but they've got time.
Could move up a gear here. Xavi. Referee has just said play on. Now the counter. McMilson. Keeper sends it forward. Beckham. Tries to stroke it through. Has a hit! Forward it goes. Xavi. And it's played forward. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Hit long and direct. Played into the... Up he gets! Yes! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
McNeilson. Oh, this is a fascinating time. Tight, exciting, energetic. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Giggs. Lobs it in gently. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Deco. Plays it out to the flank. Oh, really good feet from him. Can he deliver? Oh, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Manchester couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Xavi. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And now the breakaway. Plays it long. Here's the through ball. He's got away. Big chance! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
And it's hoisted clear. Shoots! Just off target.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
They've played it short. Beckham! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Deco. Shapes to shoot. Lacking in accuracy.
Barcelona really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Hoists it forward. Xavi. Van Bommel. Plays it over to the other flank. And there's the end of the first half. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch.
Well, how tense has this become? Having said that, one team has the psychological edge.
It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Manchester get the second half going.
Manchester clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
Plenty. He's tried one. No, not quite.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Xavi. Ronaldinho. Beckham. Giggs. Floats one over. Now surely! Good, strong hand by the keeper. Deco. Messi. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Beckham. It's on a has a hit! Cleared away. He hits it! Oh, bang on target. Defending of the desperate variety. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? And it's got through. He's gone for it! Tries to get it forward quickly. Dinks one in. And that has been cleared. Ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. And a shot! And that's been levered clear.
Manchester are definitely going about this the right way.
Oh, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Spot on, Peter.
Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And it's played forward. Messi. That's great strength on the ball. Just brushed off the ball there. Good idea, just poorly executed. Beckham. Played into space out wide. Played down the flank. We can get that clear. Ola John. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well. Manchester are definitely not...
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Ronaldinho. Deco. And help's available out wide. Lovely bit of skill there.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Scholes. What an adventurous run from a defender. Finishing line. Beckham! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Forward it goes. Tries lifting it over. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Messi. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Can't get the better of his opposite number. And there's a long ball. And he's cut it out.
Manchester need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Looks to clip it forward. Messi! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Manchester take the lead and take charge of the tie.
Well, believe me, Peter, the pressure's really on for the hosts. That's the beauty of those away goals.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
Four teams. We're down to the last four then, the penultimate round in this fine competition. The two teams ahead of us here have their eyes firmly fixed on the grand prize. They both believe it is within their compass. Having come this far, they're entitled to believe that. The competition has provided us with a lot of drama up to this point, and I'm sure there is plenty more to come before it reaches its ultimate climax. Some wonderful scenes here. It is what we have come to know and love about Old Trafford, Manchester. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
A game some may argue with justification as being harder than the final itself, Peter. I can certainly attest to that from my own experience. While you do everything to tell yourself you shouldn't get too ahead of things, it's actually harder than it seems. But it's looking like a terrific occasion here. Let's just hope we have a game to match all of this wonderful expectation.
The action has already started. Maldini. Dashing forward at pace. There's the through ball. Going through. He's gone And that really is so impressive.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Milan trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Keane. Manchester have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
Always when you score early, it gives you such a lift, and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time. And that pretty much sums up the difference in what we've seen. One team assured, the other a little unsure.
They get a throw in. Scholes. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Milan have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, Shevchenko!
Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Come loose. Tries to get it clear. Manchester get it back again. Throw in. Van Brotta. Gets it back. Hoists it forward. He's got the ball glued to his feet. And the weighted pass, here it comes. Just brushed off the ball there.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. And he's surging through. Away from immediate danger. Giggs. Tries to stroke it through. Shoots! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Simplicity itself.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Dinks one in. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Beckham. Looks to clip it forward. He's got options out wide. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? There will be a throw-in. Keeps everyone guessing. Beckham! In for the forward! Oh, that was There's no routine save.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Tries to get it forward quickly. Scholes. It could be in here. Kaka. Plays it out to the wing. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Manchester ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And we're already back underway here. Plays a clever pass. Has a hit! In it goes! The second half off to a spectacular start. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Kaka. Shevchenko gets the better of his man. It is quite a run he's making here. Well, looks like he's been taken out there. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Seedorf gets a good foot in there. Lobs it in gently. He's played him through. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's got away. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Looks to dink one in. Forward it goes. Well positioned to make that interception. Pirlo. Out to the left it goes. That'll be a throw. Referee's given a throw.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
Zambrotta. Ball's out on the left now. And the through ball is intercepted. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Pirlo.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Has a pop! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Played it short, aimed in towards the centre, and he just whacks it away. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Rui Costa. Oh, they could break here. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. With a delicate ball. Defending of the desperate variety. Breaks on here. That's great strength on the ball. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he? Well, he can get masterful control on free kicks, and his focus is usually second to none.
It certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's produced a beauty. His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Manchester go 2 up and into a position of real strength. Rui Costa. Chip through. Pirlo. Maldini plays it long. Hits one! Rui Costa. And that's been won straight back. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Manchester have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Floats one over. Rui Costa! And a second time! And yes, it's there! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist?
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Manchester, the win they wanted, a home win that sets them nicely for an away leg whose test will be altogether sterner. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, looking back on this, the early goal had a big influence on what unfolded and allowed them to dictate with comfort.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. Just getting ready to go here for the second instalment of this semi-final match. You'll remember the first leg, of course. The visitors won their home game by just the odd goal. The question on everybody's mind, is that enough? But it has certainly made things intriguing for everyone, and no doubt the question will be answered one way or another over the course of the next couple of hours. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. So the hosts required to do all the running here. They'll certainly need to if they want to put themselves back on course for the big day.
Well, the visitors could have maybe pushed a bit harder in the first leg, Peter, but it is what it is, and they have to judge this carefully nonetheless. I suspect they'll settle for something in the middle of cautious and at times maybe a little careless. But don't be surprised if this aggregate score swings about in this second leg. It could give us some telling entertainment.
The action has already started. Manchester made the most of their home advantage, winning the first leg. And they seem to have one foot in the final, just need to finish the job. Seedorf. Milan are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it. Yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Seedorf. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Rui Costa. Played out to the right. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. And the ball's come loose, and the chase is on. Keane. Plays it out to the wing. He's gone for it! Shevchenko. Tries to get it forward quickly. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
That's not going to make it. Shevchenko. Hoists it forward. Keane. Giggs. He's coming up to the 30-minute mark. Header! It's in!
Manchester produced a lovely sequence of passes there. It's a terrific brand of football to watch, and importantly, it is a strong end product.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Seedorf. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Kaka. And he's on a charge. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Defence can get it clear. And a shot! Trying to get there. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now the cross. Well, the score's only 1-0, but that doesn't tell the full story. Chance! Hits one! Tries to dink it in. Back to the keeper and go again. Gets it upfield. Milan get it back again. And it's played forward. Cafu. Half-time in the semi-final. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Manchester, happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. The action has already resumed here.
Manchester going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Ball's out on the left now. Maldini. Over to the left, back into the middle. Keane. Has he picked him out? Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Keeper's got good distance on that. Keane.
Milan have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break?
Yeah, it's obvious that they're prepared to take a risk or two.
Shevchenko tries to stroke it through. He's got options out wide. Segal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
All the way back and they start again. Keeper sends it forward. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Forward it goes. Gets it back. Ola John plays a clever pass. Clears it out of harm's way. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It's come through. Driving on, he could shoot here. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Knocks it away. Out for a throw. Lovely bit of skill. And that's been levered clear. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Tries to switch the play. Tries to get it forward quickly. That's a throw. Time for a change in personnel, so we have a double substitution going on here.
It's a good throw at all, really. He's given away possession cheaply. Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. Cafu. Well positioned to make that interception. Nicely measured pass.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's played forward. And it's hoisted clear. And he just whacks it away.
Well, decisiveness has deserted them, Peter. They need precision, and it's sadly absent.
This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. There are a few waiting for it. That is terrific skill. Surely a shot. And he's onside. Can he deliver? Fighting. That's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. He's got a chance from here, but not the kindest angle. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Away from immediate danger. Chooses to go back. Dinks one in. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Hoists it forward. Defence has got rid of that. They've played it short. Could cross it here. It's a brilliant interception. And that will be the final act. Manchester have sealed their place in the final, and their loyal support is in ecstasy. They head to the big day, genuinely expecting to win it. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, to go this far, it has to be on merit with substance. And this is more evidence of worthy contesters.